In the far reaches of the Andromeda galaxy, the Vorthan Dominion reigned supreme. They were ancient, their archives stretching back millions of years. Their fleets were vast, their technology unmatched, or so they believed. Among their countless records of conquered civilizations and extinguished rebellions, there was one peculiar entry: humans. A name whispered in ancient texts, described as a primitive, warlike species from a distant galaxy. But those texts were old, and no concrete evidence of humans had surfaced for eons. Over time, the Vorthans dismissed humanity as a myth, a cautionary tale from a forgotten era. Then, one day, their arrogance met reality. It began with a faint signal on the outer edges of Vorthan space. A scout ship, patrolling the border systems, picked up a strange, rhythmic transmission: 3 short pulses, 3 long, 3 short. The signal repeated, unchanging, like a heartbeat in the void. The Vorthan High Command was intrigued but unconcerned. Surely, it was just another primitive race stumbling upon spaceflight. They sent a small reconnaissance fleet to investigate. That fleet never returned. Soon after, more signals appeared. Not just in one sector, but across multiple systems. The same pulse pattern, now accompanied by strange symbols that no Vorthan linguist could decipher. The High Command grew uneasy. They dispatched larger fleets, armed to the teeth, ready to assert Vorthan dominance. But each fleet vanished without a trace. No distress calls, no wreckage, just silence. Panic began to spread among the Vorthan elite. The once unshakable Dominion found itself gripped by fear. Whispers of the old myths resurfaced. Could it be, the humans? The Vorthans had grown complacent over the centuries. They had faced rebellions and rogue factions, but nothing on this scale. Nothing that could make entire fleets disappear without a trace. Desperate for answers, they turned to their oldest records, deciphering fragments of forgotten lore. "Beware the Terrans," one fragment read. "They rise from ashes, they strike from shadows. Their fleets are storms, their wrath eternal." Then, it happened. From the edge of their home system, Vorthan long-range sensors detected movement, massive movement. A fleet, larger than any they had ever seen, was entering their space. But this was no ordinary fleet. The ships were unlike anything in the Vorthan archives. Sleek, angular designs that defied conventional engineering. They moved with eerie coordination, like a living organism. At the forefront of the fleet was a colossal ship, its hull gleaming with an ancient, unrecognizable symbol, a blue sphere with green continents, Earth. The Vorthans scrambled to mount a defense. Their armadas converged on the intruding fleet, confident that sheer numbers would crush any opposition. But as the first shots were fired, reality set in. Vorthan energy blasts were absorbed effortlessly by strange, adaptive shields. Their ship's targeting systems malfunctioned, unable to lock onto the swift, unpredictable Terran vessels. Then the Terrans retaliated. It wasn't just an attack, it was a massacre. Vorthan ships exploded in brilliant, silent flashes, their debris scattering across the stars. Terran weaponry was precise, efficient, and terrifyingly advanced. Entire Vorthan battlecruisers were ripped apart by weapons that bent the very fabric of space. Their vaunted defenses crumbled like paper against the human onslaught. Within hours, the once mighty Vorthan fleet was reduced to wreckage. The remaining Vorthan leaders, huddled in their command center, stared in disbelief at the unfolding horror. The Terrans were not just a myth, they were real. And they were unstoppable. As the Terran fleet approached the Vorthan homeworld, a single transmission was broadcast across all frequencies. The language was unfamiliar, yet chillingly clear. It was a warning, simple and direct. "We are humanity. You forgot us. But we did not forget you." The Vorthan leaders realized too late what their ancestors had tried to warn them about. Humanity was not just another species. They were a force of nature, a relentless storm that no empire could withstand. The Vorthans had ruled for millennia, but in the end, they were nothing more than another footnote in humanity's long, bloody history. As the Terran fleet descended upon the Vorthan homeworld, the galaxy shuddered. Empires across the stars watched in horror as the myth became reality. Humanity had returned, and the galaxy would never be the same.